Hello, and welcome back to the Everwind Chronicles. We are now in chapter 22, the ballet episode, because tutu.
Okay.
Yeah. So, in order to quickly move on from that bad joke, so the party is all of the current party activities started back when they accepted a mission from Lord Greenwood to go and fight what turned out to be a dragon that was unifying the bandits in the countryside and presenting a great danger to Corandia. On this mission, they encounter the man who provided the info that they were operating off of, which was a man named Kotak, who turned out to be the leader of a criminal organization in Elduin called the Leather Hand. This man, well, it's safe to say the party did not like him, and turned out to be evil and psychotic, and very much someone that the party wished was not a part of this world anymore. But they held back because of Asura's side mission at the behest of Hadressa, another mysterious figure in Elduin, who told her to earn his favor, and then told her to try to meet with him. That the success of that endeavor earned her the secret to getting into his hideout. At their return, Hadressa then tells them if they want to hurt Kotak, they should steal the ledger that he keeps with the information about his operations. So they, using that knowledge earned by Asura, opt to sneak in to his hideout and find therein that the ledger they were seeking turns out to be a person, simply calling herself the Keeper. After a fight with her, the guardians of this hideout, and some negotiation with her, they sign a contract with her, agreeing that she would give them some of the key pieces of information they need to bring down Kotak in exchange for the agreement that they would kill him within 7 days, so that she would not fall prey to him in pretty vicious ways. She also agreed to disappear in the meantime, and neither party can tell anyone else about the agreement. So, after that negotiation was agreed and the contract was signed, the Rolo who worked for Hadressa showed up, and the Keeper left with him to go see Hadressa for whatever she wanted. The party then decides to call it a night, and as they go to leave, are confronted with cultists, a priest and several cultists who were following the dragon that they had just slain, who wanted revenge for their fallen and desecrated master, Malrazig. They confront them in the tavern. A battle ensued, and after the cultists fall, in the process of that battle, the undead knight appears again under the control of Stoic, unbeknownst to the party, after which it seemingly absorbs souls from the fallen and transforms into some other form, which I believe Easy recognized as a Bodak. Or was it Easy?
Yeah, it was a Bodak. I always me that recognized it.
Yeah. Okay. This creature then turns to Stoic and says that they're going to do great things, which the party took some issue with. After dismissing him, Stoic and the party have a pretty long and intense conversation about the discovery that Stoic had been using this creature in the battles a couple of times now, and believed that made the case that this was that he had prayed to Chaldrin, and Chaldrin sent this to help. Something that has not completely landed well on the party, and sort of added some tension and some not complete trust, you could say. And so after that, the party finally returned to Eldergate and went to sleep, knowing that they need to head to face just to rewind a second, one of the things that one of the pieces the keeper gave them, key piece of information, was that if they wanted to remove Kotok, they needed to deal with Ranmon. Ranmon, who the Stoic had met quite a while ago, is the archpriest of Karandia and head of his order in Karandia. And but supposedly Ranmon has some sort of deal with Kotok, and Kotok has been providing him bodies of dead people. And who knows what is happening with that. But Ranmon has gone to a retreat center about a day away from the capital, belonging to the Order of Chaldrin, and that's where he'll be found for a bit. So the party is planning to set off to that retreat to find Ranmon and confront him, so that eventually they can confront Kotok. So as the party had called it a night at Eldergate, and they wake up the next morning after a couple of members having troubled sleep, and the heaviness of the night's activities before kind of echoing in their brain, that's where we're going to pick things up.
Before we do that, I would like to wake up early, like right before everybody else does, and try and fix some breakfast for everyone.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
Persuasion check?
I need good dice to really want to do this. Damn it. That's a 7.
The house chef is fairly protective of his kitchen, and he agrees to let you help, but won't let you just take over.
What's his name?
Let me look real quick.
Oh, I have it in my notes.
Oh, wait, we have met him before. That's right.
Mhm.
We have. Yep.
Ingle.
Ingles.
Well, thank you, Ingle. I guess really I just want to make the pancakes. You can do everything else, but when it comes to pancakes, let me assist. I'll like take over. You just kind of like watch me, make sure I'm doing it. Is that okay?
Just, if that's all right, you just try not to make a mess.
Okay. Yep. Sure. Thank you.
All right. Giving you kind of a strange look as to why you would want to cook in this, obviously unaccustomed to guests wanting to partake in the servant activities. Mm-hmm. And he definitely keeps an eye on you as you're cooking.
All right.
But you do, you cook quite a few pancakes. And,
what I want to do, I want to make pancakes with Stoic's face. Call him Stoic's face.
I'm not Mickey Mouse, yo.
Okay.
There you go.
That's to be really impressive, considering that you don't have like the prearranged stuff. Like you're gonna be like a real artist with this.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see what happens.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Okay.
There's a performance check coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So,
How,
yep.
how
Roll
good is your
performance check.
charisma?
Okay.
Mhm.
This is my first performance check like ever.
Welcome. Bienvenue, welkom in Entrevue Straatwitje.
Okay, that was okay. 11.
Okay. I would say it's good enough that you kind of get a vague idea, of an orc with hair that's the kind of curly hair that's it's around Stoic. It's very kind of childish type art. It's only the vaguest impression, but it it's close enough.
All right. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I guess whenever it comes out, I'll serve it to everybody.
All right. So you guys come down and you see before you this sort of childlike pancake-shaped, pancake versions of Stoic's face before you.
Bear, what is this?
Well, I actually didn't get a lot of sleep last night. And I kind of feel bad about how I handled things yesterday with you, Stoic. So this is my way of, I guess, apologizing and seeing if we could come to a better agreement. So I made Stoic cakes for everybody.
I cast Mage Hand, and it picks up one of the pancakes and puts it right next to Stoic's head. I go, I see the likeness, yeah.
First time, guys. I've never ever baked before in my life.
Oh, I'm gonna take a tiny piece off of one of the edges and try it. Is it good?
It is mostly good. You do get the impression that one side of it might have been left on just a little bit too long, while the other side maybe not long enough.
I was hoping you're gonna make a Constitution save.
What a unique texture.
I like how you got his curly hair on. That's really impressive.
That took a lot of work. I had to get the batter just right coming out. It was really difficult.
Very, very realistic hair, yes.
Yeah, I used my own hair for inspiration actually on that one.
I can tell. And I'm picking out a hair out of the piece I ate.
You put your soul in your art, that's all I say.
And your follicles.
Well, the gesture is much appreciated, Bear. But needs a little cinnamon.
Well, we probably got cinnamon like that. We could make that happen. That's not a thing.
And some whipped cream would be awesome.
I don't know what that is, but here's some cinnamon.
We have it in the blush. I don't know how popular it is in the rest of the world.
Well, sounds good.
I would just douse it with peppers. Make it hot.
Ah, yes.
That's a way to do it. Certainly.
Ingle also brings out sausage and some fresh milk and different other kind of really eggs, that sort of thing, which he says I hope you all enjoy as and I also hope you enjoy the pancakes that Defender with me made, not me.
To me. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I might come down in a little while to get some more tea, if that is okay.
Of course, Bennett. And he kind of gives a little head nod and goes back into the kitchen.
So I sit down and I start cutting up my pancake and sausage.
I very subtly try to not let Bear see the fact that I don't go for any more pancakes.
Trust me, I'm watching too in between.
Stealth. It's a stealth check or sleight of hand.
Do you want me to do a sleight of hand? I'll do a sleight of hand.
Just to, well, what are you doing with it?
I mean, I put one on my plate and I'm trying to basically like slowly, incrementally make it disappear without ever consuming it.
Sure, sleight of hand.
All right.
And Bear, roll a perception check.
What a stupid waste of a good roll.
What?
I got a 20. I got a 20 total, not a natural 20.
That's a 3.
All right. She seems to be eating it.
It's good, right? You like it?
You've made quite a unique choice with both your subject matter and your batter construction. I've never tasted anything quite like it.
Well, it's one of a kind, is all I can say.
That it is.
Well, anyway, glad you like it, and yeah. Sorry things went down the way they did yesterday, but hopefully we can move forward from here.
Much appreciated, Bear.
You're welcome.
And I will eat until I cannot physically eat any more pancakes. All right, so where do we go today?
It's a temple.
Yeah.
Oof. Don't know how comfortable I am with that, but yeah, I guess that's where we need to go, isn't it?
You're not comfortable at your temple?
I mean, I didn't necessarily leave my old one on the best terms. It's a conflicted relationship. I'm very devoted to Chaldrin, but not necessarily the clerics therein. So I don't really know any of these priests. I mean, I've heard of them, but I don't really know many of them personally, and it doesn't sound like this guy's up to any good.
This could also be a really good time for us to figure out more about Ranmon. I don't know how, but something I'm sure could be there. We can figure out.
Agreed.
Yeah, anybody who has a close relationship with Kotak, for whom Kotak provides corpses, that cannot be a good person.
Right. Are we to capture this Ranmon, or are we to bring him in dead or alive?
I think the deal we made was to kill him. Refresh my memory out of character. That was what we did. That was the contract we signed with the
I can't remember if we said to kill
keeper.
I don't think we specifically said. They just like take care of him.
In mafia terms, mean
To take care of or to take care of?
Yes.
You know?
Yep. Same thing. Yep.
Oh no, we did say kill him first. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that was the case.
But because I'm not good at taking care of things.
I disagree with
All
that.
How do we even begin to kill the head priest of a temple in town? I mean,
Well, to kill a man, you must find his weakness. And the best place to find his weakness is find those that he surrounds himself with.
it's a good idea.
So we must know the men who work under him.
DM, how familiar am I with the substructure of the temple?
Well, you know that typically the way it works is that each nation would have an archpriest. and then high priests under them, divided kind of a little bit differently according to each nation, because not every nation has like provinces, but usually by like kind of based on area. So that high priest would have priests and clerics and sometimes even paladins and other related, you could call them staff under them, that may be over various, number of different temples in that area. And so in Corandia, it's basically the archpriest is over Corandia as a whole. And there are a number of high priests under him, like one for each province, with the addition of one for Elduin itself.
Got it.
Stoic, I guess like this is as like how many like priests should we expect? Like what can we expect of this temple? Like any guards or anything like that?
Well, I mean, we had paladins and we had clerics and we had just missionaries. We even had some bards that would go and spread the word at our temple, but we were a lot smaller. There was maybe about 60 of us in that temple. So, I mean, I'm only assuming that this is a much bigger. So there's probably going to be many, many different factions there. Now, whether or not they're all present, I'm not sure, because ours was kind of a room and board temple for training, and I'm not sure what we have here in town. It could just be worshiping.
You do realize we have the greatest advantage ever in this matter. We are beloved by the city. For we are defenders, are we not?
Maybe not all of it, but...
But would not any religious organization have its ties with its government?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Then, as new defenders of the realm, we are merely getting to know those who we defend.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like it.
So we can be exactly ourselves to walk in, to humbly ask for an audience with the archpriest. And oh no, I'm sorry, he is not here today. Oh, that is so sad. May we take a look around, maybe talk to others? We want to better know. And look, we have one of your own, right in our group.
You're pretty brilliant sometimes, Sora.
Thank you. When it comes to being deceitful and getting into places, I am a natural.
All right.
Perhaps the indirect approach. Perhaps the indirect approach is the correct approach this time, because we seem to not do well with the direct approach.
We have discovered when we try to go headstrong into a situation, we end up hurting ourselves.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I've seen this firsthand many times, yeah.
And you've experienced it probably more than most. I'm still grateful. I remember what you did.
Yes. Now, if we want to be a little bit on the, like you said, indirect route, I think that I could help in this option in, once I see our man, what's his name again,
Ranman.
Once I see Ranman, I can duplicate myself exactly like him to throw off the scent of any trouble if we need to take him out silently to question.
When we get out to the place where he is, we might need to do this.
Yeah. Just as an idea. Doesn't mean we have to do it.
Although, if he could do that at this temple, since we know Ranman's not there, might help us
But if he is away, he would have told people where he went, or at least that he was
True.
leaving.
Right.
That's true.
So I'm sure somebody in there knows his schedule.
Right. Okay.
Technically, what we are doing is not lying right now.
No, not at all.
They just don't know why we're really there. Can we be cool is what I am saying.
Huh.
And I'm looking like straight at Bear. Can we be cool?
With like a little bit of sausage. Something like sausage juice, like,
I'm the coolest, baby.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna be great.
If your pancakes are any indication, we're going to keep a very close eye on you.
Because they're so delicious, right?
They are very good.
Because approximation is not exact.
But close enough. We'll be fine.
Okay. Well, I need you all to put on your nicest outfits.
I run away and grab my hat and come back.
Got it. Good. Tidy yourselves up, spick and span, brush your hairs, brush your teeth and your tusks, and yeah.
All right, I guess we're off to a temple.
Yep.
Does anyone need anything though before we go off? And did someone come with the stone? Did Sister
You
Kiri?
were gonna go pick it up, I think.
No, I asked her to drop it off at the house.
Oh, no, nobody's dropped it off. At
Okay.
least yet.
we do, I mean, party speak, we probably do need to buy some health potions before we go on another adventure, I would think. That's only
Okay, well then we could just go into town and I can just pick it up at the shop.
I think it's a solid plan. Because you guys can't always depend on me to save you. Just saying.
Apparently not. Now that we know that you're an evil. Well, we don't know.
Yet.
We know, but we don't know.
They know, we know, they know, we know.
We know, they know that we know that they know that we know that they know. Yeah, can we just like stop off at the general store? I forget what the name of the general store is. It's the Walmart equivalent.
Would they have health potions though?
Yeah, the general store had like basically our usual, what you'd normally find, right?
Well, potentially. It typically has most of the like mundane stuff. Health potions are a little bit harder to find, so it's going to depend.
Would going to see Palessa, would she have that stuff?
You would probably think that'd be a little bit better bet.
Okay.
Who's
So
she's the gnome, the apothecary, the herbalist.
Gotcha.
The one who healed me when I got beat up real bad.
Yep.
The sweet lady that I kind of hit on, but not really. She was nice and made me feel better.
Sure.
I noticed a trend for Asura here.
If you're nice and you make me feel better, hit me up.
Yeah, let's go to the apothecary.
Okay.
All right.
So you're all headed to the Golden Kirin?
Yep.
Sure.
All right. So, you guys make your way through the busy streets of Elduin, which is now kind of in full thrust of morning activities, and kind of making your way through the crowds, down to the kind of central marketplace nearby, where you're able to make your way to the Golden Kirin from there. And, enter into the shop, again, being greeted by the peculiar combination of smells that represent a whole lot of different, herbs and plants and spices and potions and chemicals and all sorts of things. It's not a bad smell. It's just a very unique smell that somehow still smells a little bit fresh. And you enter in, and the shop seems to be empty. But sitting behind the desk, up on a tall stool, you see the kind of familiar forest gnome figure of Palessa, who looks up from spectacles that she's got as she's reading this book in front of her, and she looks up as her eyebrows kind of perk up and, "Oh, hello. It's good to see you again, love. Are you feeling better?"
Much. Thank you. And thank you again for all you did for me that night. I will not forget it.
Well, I should hope not, but I also should hope that you won't get, into any other trouble, or, that oaf over at the Oaken Anvil won't give you too much trouble anymore.
I'll do my best, but no promises.
Well, I suppose that's all I can ask.
I'll lean over to Stoic. Well, what is she talking about? Do you know what's happening?
Not a clue.
Oh. And then I'm just gonna like gesture over and introduce the rest of them, and use the Defender of the Realm title, because I also want to point out that that fancy cloak that I got, I thought about it as those really nice the royalty cloaks that I was seeing, that all those cute little Sunday walking cloaks that everyone had. Mm-hmm. So I got mine to look like that, and I have my Defender of the Realm badge or my necklace real prominent in the center, I'm looking real sharp.
Well, seems you've moved up a bit since we last saw each other.
A bit.
I hope these friends are taking care of you.
Some less than I would like, but they are good people.
Well,
I think she's talking about you, Bear.
Oh, I hang my head.
And I look to Stoic, and I'm like,
I didn't drop you.
No, but you dropped something else. My heart.
Just turn to go look at things in the underground.
Well, my dear, I'm afraid I'm not that sort of establishment. But what can I help you with?
We are looking for some health potions, for some healing.
Staying out of trouble, of course.
Precautionary. To be a defender of the realm does put us in risk at times.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me see what I've got here. And she goes back to the back room, and you hear some kind of shuffling of things. Let's see.
Sora, what was she talking about? You seen her before?
Yes, Palessa and I are old friends.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. How do you know her?
She healed me.
Oh, gotcha.
Do you?
I think so. She healed you. That's a really great friend thing to do.
It is, Ben.
Yeah.
It is.
Very nice of Palessa, but I'm glad you know her. That's really lucky of you.
And I look over at Valen, and I'm like, it is lucky, isn't it?
So, it's after just a few moments, she comes back in. She's like, "Well, I'm afraid I only have 2 at the moment. Will that suffice?"
Yes, thank you.
Very well. That would be 50 gold apiece.
Okay. And I will hand her 100 gold.
Oh, wow.
All right. So she takes the gold from you and gives you the 2 vials with the health potions.
And I'm going to pass that, and I'm going to keep one, and I'm going to pass the other to Easy.
Thank you.
We seem to need it most. And if I can whisper into Palessa in a way that like the others don't hear me. Do you have any sleeping potions that will knock someone out completely?
Well, let me see. Let me go check again.
Thank you. I'm just gonna just gracefully go about the room, looking at all the different herbs and things like that. Just sniffing things. Just
like in the candle aisle. Just
yeah. In the candle aisle, just going down, sniffing all the candles.
Thank you for buying those 2 potions, Asura. That's very nice of you.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Don't forget it.
Okay.
Just don't drop me next time and I won't have to use it.
I'm going to try really hard, okay? If you want to give one more shot, I'll carry you.
I feel like you could lift a mountain, and yet you can't lift a tiefling.
I'm just as confused as you are. I don't know, maybe you're wriggling too much. I'll try it again though. If you.
It's my fault that you dropped me.
Well, like you said, I can lift a mountain, but not a little tiefling.
So it's my fault.
If the horn fits.
Horn fits.
I just want to grab Asura from behind and just pick her up 3 inches off the ground and set her back down.
Do you?
Oh yeah, if I can. I don't know if I got to make a roll for that, but I would very much like to.
Oof.
Does he? Does he do it?
To grab you?
Yeah, does he lift me up and put me
I
down?
just want to grab her and
Try to
lift her up.
resist?
I would certainly be startled by someone coming up behind me and lifting me.
I think it'd probably be not a huge issue. Yeah, to do something like that. Yeah.
Sea Bear, it's not that hard.
I'm gonna whip around on him real quick, out of instinct because he grabbed me without asking, and then realize it's Stoic and be like, "You have such strong hands."
Is that elderflower over there?
She comes back in and she has a vial of a very dark blue liquid, and says, "Well, I do have this potion of sleep. That would be about 120 gold.
Okay, and I slip
And
it
of
to
course, with some time, I could make more upon order, but that would take, these sorts of potions take quite a while."
Understood. Thank you.
Very well. Here you go. So she takes 120. That's 220 total from you.
What's that one you got there, Sora?
It is a reassurance in case we come into trouble.
Figured you're just buying more of your poisons.
I can make my own of those.
Well, this sounds like the sort of activity I shouldn't be aware of. But you all take care of this one. And she nods to Asura.
That's the goal.
Give her a nod and a smile.
Very good.
Thank you.
Stay alive, and I'll see you next time.
I promise.
She gives you a nod and goes back to reading her book.
I need to...
Go ahead.
No, sorry. You go first.
So you happen to have it's an uncommon potion, but do you happen to have the potion of the hill giant strength available?
I actually have one of those, BT dubs.
What?
Yeah.
What?
When I was collecting stuff from that dragon, or not dragon, who was it? There was like 5 potions, and I collected a bunch. Hill giant strength is one of the potions I have.
Yeah, it's from the dragon side room.
Yep.
I remember.
Yep.
Was this actually announced? Or is this side?
I mean, I had never told y'all that I had this stuff.
Right.
None of us know.
But do I hear you ask?
Yeah, you hear me ask. I don't make it secret. I'm trying to see if she legitimately has this in stock.
Okay, I'll let you ask before I say anything.
Okay.
Let's see. Give me just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my note thing is not cooperating at the moment.
How dare it?
Ridiculous.
Am I special, or can I not find Potion of Sleep inside Roll20? I'm a D&D Beyond.
No, you're gonna basically treat it like the sleep spell.
Noted. Will do. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Level 1 sleep spell.
Gotcha. We're so quiet.
She comes back after a while, and she comes back with a vial, and she kind of dusts off the top of it from like some dust. And this one's like a kind of a deep green color, and she's like, a potion of hill giant strength. That's a little bit on the rare side. Don't get much requests for that sort of thing. But I do happen to have one that should still be good. This one is about 200 gold.
Now I'm gonna stand really close to Easy and just pat him on the shoulder and say, like, I've got this.
I kind of stand aghast. What? You may proceed.
And then I'm gonna look to her and be like, hold on to that for next time.
Are you giving her money?
No, I'm just saying, like, she can put it back. Like, we'll come back for it later.
Well, all right. If someone does request it and I have it, I will have to sell it.
Perfectly understandable. I understand you have a shop. It is a business, after all.
Very good.
Can I roll like an insight check, just like to be like, you know, what was going on, like to try to figure out?
I mean, I just turn around and I just like whisper, like I like tell you to bring your ear to me, and I'm like, I got one of those.
Okay then. I happened to change my mind. I apologize for the inconvenience. Good day.
Well, all right then. Good day.
Have a good one.
All right. So
Roll
else.
out.
You guys are step back out into the busy street, back into the loud noise of sights and smells of the morning traffic. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna, boys, I need to make a quick stop to Errata's.
Oh. All right.
Oh, I'll go
Don't
with
see
you.
why not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Errata. Oh, and I'm gonna elbow Valen. Maybe you can see your girlfriend, huh? Sister Kiri, huh?
I love how I'm being shipped with Lady Empress and now with Sister Kiri. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Going home. I'm going home. Good night.
All right. So you guys make your way. It's not very far. But you make your way over to through the market square into Urata's Goods, which still has several people in it. Every time you've been in there so far, it's been busy since he opened up this shop. And once again, you see Sister Kiri over there off in the corner talking to one of the patrons and helping them with something. And Urata at the desk has just wrapped up a sale, was bidding somebody goodbye, and sees you guys and kind of lights up, and he's like, "Hello again, my friends. Hello. Come in. How are you all? Are you staying safe?"
It's to be expected.
A relative term.
Oh, well, I hope you're causing more danger than you're in then.
And I'm gonna show off my little medal a little bit and be like, "Oh, we are."
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, I had heard that there were some new titles thrown around recently. I didn't know. It was my dear friends.
And it's all thanks to you?
I think not. I'm just humbly providing services. I think I might have been one of your first rescues, in fact.
The first?
Well, that makes it even more special. Well, listen, darling, Sarah, I'm afraid I have to apologize. Well, I was going to stop by. The item that you gave me, well, it's not quite the same anymore. I mean, I did not know that there was a chance you would want it back. I thought you knew that when you sold me items, I was going to be using it for research, and well, that's what I've been doing. And it's got some quite interesting properties that I think I'm onto something to be able to use, but as a result of that research, I've had to shave some of it off. So it doesn't work with quite the same level of effectiveness as it did.
Do you think it would still work at all?
I believe so. But and he reaches back behind the counter, and he kind of pulls up a little case, and he opens it and pulls out the sapphire, and you see that it has indeed been kind of almost looks like it's been sanded down, almost halfway gone. And he's like, "I've needed to shave some off to make powder for some of the experiments, you see, and well, like I said, I thought it was mine at this point, and I did not know that you would want it back."
I did not think I would want it back either.
Well, as I said before, I mean, if I'm able to continue, I do have some really interesting things I'm working on with it. It's that you may benefit from. But of course, I can, sell it back to you at a acceptable discount.
Is there a way that I can kind of like pull him away so that the rest of them don't hear?
Yes.
In your research, have you been able to find any way to keep its original intent intact in some way, even if it's not in the same form?
Well, as I understand the way it works is that it seems to absorb some sort of life essence from the person, the victim, if you will, and uses that to transmute that essence into itself, making it grow and increase in value. It does not seem to have nearly the same effect on animals, but does, seem to reduce its effectiveness in as I've reduced it. But the property of transmuting life essence is quite an interesting one. And I've been working on some things that I think you might find interesting later, but I don't want to give too much away while I'm, a magician shouldn't reveal his secrets. No offense to your actual spellcasting friends,
I don't know if they take offense to that or not, but I think it will become very important that myself has the ability to absorb the life essence of those who pass.
Well, it doesn't seem to transfer any of that to the owner, just merely to the item itself.
That I do not wish to possess it for my own. I wish it to possess so that another cannot.
Possess? Something else is stealing life essence.
Well, there are necromancers out in the world right now.
Oh, you mean souls? Well, to be honest, I'm not entirely certain this is actually necromantic in nature. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it doesn't seem to be absorbing any sort of the soul. In which case, I probably would not want to work with it. Or at least that would be a more dangerous prospect. It seems to be absorbing some other sort of life essence that seems to be related to the health of the person or former health of the person rather than its soul.
I understand. If you do find information on how to prevent a soul from being taken, that could be a very powerful tool during this time.
Well, I had heard rumors about certain mystical items carried by those who serve Morin, that their weaponry could prevent, resurrection's not quite the word, is it? It's prevent them from becoming undead, prevent their soul from being brought back.
But does it prevent their soul from being taken by something else? If not brought back, at least their soul can't be used in any other fashion.
Oh dear, well that's quite a large question, I suppose. I suppose it might depend on what's trying to take it. There are lots of beings in the universe who are interested in people's souls.
Doc, did you tell me what the horseman Bodak is?
I didn't explain exactly what a Bodak was.
But you said the word Bodak.
I did say the word Bodak, yes.
Perchance a Bodak.
Bodak, that's... I mean, I don't know much about them, but those are rather nasty undead creatures, aren't they?
Are they?
Well, like I said, I don't know much, just that I've heard the name in some of the Corundian history that I read about when I moved here.
I will admit I am not as familiar with Corundia's lores. I can tell you all the stories of Araka, but Corundia is a foreign land to me.
Well, it seems... nothing in detail, just seems to be one of the things named as one of the many creatures brought about by some of the more powerful sorcerers, wizards, liches and such of the past.
To do terrible things.
Well, of course. No one messes with the undead with, good intent, I would think. Well, at least not, well, I suppose anybody can be mistaken, but it's quite terrible stuff, really.
Understood. So the research that you are working on steers more towards the absorption of health and life essence, not souls.
Yes. As I said, I don't know if I would want to do much with that sort of item if it were.
Well, I appreciate you telling me and your honesty. And again, I did not think at the time that this would be something I might want back, but I don't think it is quite what I am looking for at the moment. Now that I better understand what it does.
I see. Well,
the soul is what I am trying to protect right now.
Well, it's quite terrible business. I mean, maybe the Temple of Chaldrin could help you.
Well, fortunate. We were planning to visit today. We have one of their own with us, and he wanted to visit.
Yeah, so I suppose the Temple of Morin might be able to help you as well, but...
Is there one here?
Well, there is, but from what I understand, it's often empty. It's quite puzzling for a temple to simply remain empty like that, but it doesn't seem to always have anyone around.
Interesting. Thank you for sharing. Where can I find this Temple of Morin?
Well, it seems to be toward the south of the city. And he kind of gives you a vague idea of where you might be able to find it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you continuing to study this. I know it's for your own personal enjoyment too, but it is helpful knowledge.
Well, of course. Anything I can do to help.
Thank you. The protectors of the realm appreciate it.
It's defenders.
The defenders of the realm appreciate it.
You'll want to know, you'll want to get it right if you're trying to sound important somewhere.
It's a work in progress.
I'm sure you'll carry it well. Yes.
It seemed like you guys were about done. I didn't want to interrupt, but I did have a few questions for you. I've noticed that your shop seems to be quite lively. You've done well since you set up.
Well, we're doing our best.
Well, and if I'm not mistaken, Bear, didn't they make a suit for you?
Yeah, I've worn it.
He looked so handsome at the castle.
Oh,
He did.
thank you.
So,
Thanks, guys.
With our new titles, I was wondering if maybe you would take up the charge of maybe making us some cloaks of the Folly of Dragons, some kind of a noticeable symbol on the cloaks.
What sort of symbol did you have in mind?
Well, not sure exactly. Easy? You have any ideas?
Well, since we, took down the dark Draken, we have I'd say probably something along the lines of, I don't know, a dragon looking up and seeing giant rocks falling upon it. Something along those lines, to honor our friend Lopi, who is not with us right now, but I believe that's what turned the tide for us to defeat the dragon. Like a strong stalactite coming down to pierce the dragon in its neck.
I like it.
It's quite evocative imagery.
It's just standard court wizard thing. If I need to help you in anything, I'm here as your.
Sorry, did you say court wizard?
That's right. Yeah, I was the king of Karantia gave me the title.
Oh, what? And you're just telling us?
Yeah, really?
What?
Congratulations, man.
I don't like to showboat, but
I really want to do like an insight check.
Yeah, inside
I
check.
feel like he's full of it.
I think insight is well worth it.
Yeah, do it and easy roll a deception check.
all right, here we go.
Oh no,
I rolled a 20 total.
Same here.
Oh man.
I rolled a 10, so
Easy.
What was it is a relative term. I rolled a natural one.
Oh. Oh boy.
I'm actually fairly charismatic, so this really made me upset because, like, I think I can pull this off. But, it didn't even matter.
yep, there's a 1 on that dice.
I need to get rid of these. These are bad.
So
He is quite clearly absolutely full of it. 100% full of it.
Just because you are a wizard at court does not make you a court wizard.
It's semantics.
Be careful how you throw titles around.
Uh-huh.
You've already been thrown out of a shop.
It's true, but that's because I tried to tell bad jokes. But
Well, this is another bad joke, so you be careful.
So does this
erroneous in all counts.
Adressa, is this appealing to you to make these?
Irada, this is not the dress, it's
Sorry.
Irada.
Thank you.
All this time, Stoic.
Oh man.
Well, of course, such a thing is conceivable for me. Do you know? Why don't you do this? Why don't you write down here what sort of symbol you have in mind, and what sort of colors, or any sort of other details you would like here, and I should get to work on it. I must warn you, I do have more orders than I used to, so it might take a few days.
Which is absolutely fine. I was kind of hoping you may take a creative leap, and you may even be able to incorporate the name of your shop somewhere, or
Oh my god, are we gonna literally be billboards for Errata?
we are the defenders of the realm, and I think we would draw a lot of attention with our capes. And we do very much like frequenting your store, and I thought maybe we could
Your logo goes here?
work this out together. If
Errata's Defenders.
Oh man.
Oh, I should have to give that some thought.
and you should do that, and in return, maybe we can bring you items like what Asura brought you, and you can, in return, help support our team if you so see fit with certain items that may aid us.
Well, yes, I suppose a source of materials to work with deserves to reap some of the benefit of the work.
With that being said, I would like to present you with a token of this new relationship. It is a ring of invisibility.
Oh no, you mother trucker. Are you gonna start this on a lie?
Oh my gosh.
You're gonna start this relationship on a lie. We're about to lose our one friend in
It
town.
is a ring of invisibility. It goes invisible.
Well, might I take a look?
Absolutely, and I will hand it to him. Now, to be completely, forthcoming. It's not what I thought it was. It is invisible, and it goes invisible. It just doesn't make me invisible. So I was hoping maybe you could study it and find a way to implement this in better ways, like you're doing with the stone.
I see. Not quite what you thought, huh? Well, I suppose that... You can already see, like, the wheels kind of turning. And he's like, I'd very much like to study this. Yes, indeed. Is this a gift for me to research?
It is.
All right. Well, I shall definitely be intrigued to take a closer look at this.
Good, and I can't wait to see what our defenders' cloaks look like. I have absolute faith in you.
Well, thank you. And I'm glad to hear that the outfits I've made for you already has been so satisfactory.
We looked quite dashing in court.
I wish I could have seen it.
Oh,
Maybe we'll have to take you to court with us. Introduce you to some folks.
Well, now, that would be a time.
Valen has made quite the friends.
Oh, do tell, Valen.
Kind of taken aback by this. No one more than any of the other people here. We've all met the same people.
But not in the same way that you have met these people.
Okay. We talked to the same people. I'm confused.
Valen has made particular friends with women of a certain status. He just doesn't know it yet.
Well.
Oh, you're talking about Lady Enthras. Oh. I mean,
Well.
I think she's a monk of some sort who's interested in possibly employing us down the road.
My dear boy, she's more than a monk. She's the governess.
There's that too.
I suppose there's more than one way to move up in the world.
Can't laugh, guys. Come on.
I'm sorry. It's just so funny. Oh, God.
Yep, our Danny is hurt tonight.
Oh. Hey, Valen, make your perception check real quick.
Oh, man. The dice have been failing me already. Okay. You said perception?
Mm-hmm.
That is a 19.
At the mention of this conversation, just out of the corner of your eye, you see Kiri kind of shoot a look over there.
Oh no!
In your direction, as she goes back to helping the person she's helping.
Oh man, I want to make an insight check, but I don't know if Valen would really understand that look.
Would I? Okay, so I'm not going to use active. I have passive perception of 14. Would I have caught it?
Probably not. It was a very, very quick thing.
Damn it. Okay. I'm going to ask to do an insight check at disadvantage. I think that's probably maybe fair. Or we can just say I don't know, and that's fine too.
Sure, do it.
Oh, natural 1. Done. I think that is the most appropriate roll.
Yep.
Ever.
It doesn't even register.
Nope.
It's just like a glance around the shop to you. Like there's no,
Yep.
Bless her. Bless her.
Hello, friend zone.
A lot of that going around lately.
Listen, girl, I feel that. I feel that's so real.
Mm.
Both Tara and Asura, we live in the friend zone. I get you, girl. I see you. Respect.
Well, I should be quite happy to make you these cloaks and use them for whatever activities you want to use them with whoever you want to use them on.
And not even like hearing that, but not even like thinking about it. He's like, and by the way, I've been meaning to talk to you. I've been getting some of these, like just going straight into like business. I have, people are, I don't know, like making fun of this or not saying it's formal enough. And I was going to talk to you about maybe creating something that looked a little bit more courtly, a little bit more formal type attire.
Well, of course. I should be happy to.
And not to do the whole thing on stream. I've got some ideas that I'll send to you later and work something out as far as what it would look like, and we can work out materials and cost and all that.
Yeah, no problem. I should be happy to talk with you about that. Perhaps something more Targonian in flavor. This represents your home nation. We should talk.
Yeah, I thought about keeping some elements of green for the Emerald Dragon, but possibly incorporating some of the purples and blues, if that's correct, of Ixie. Is kind of a purplish and blue color palette, if I'm not mistaken.
So far it's you haven't really seen too much color palette related to Ixie because Kiri wears like all white.
Okay.
So there hasn't been a
something. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
For sure.
And one last thing, Arata, just real quick, do you have any traps, any animal traps here?
Animal traps. Yeah, I believe I do have a couple. I'm not really a hunting store, but I do believe I still have some from when I was traveling.
Perfect. I would love to have I'll take one of your small game traps.
All right. Should not be a problem. That's in the regular list of items, right?
I don't know. Maybe?
All right, we'll figure that out.
Okay.
Just game traps, right? Not like something that would work on a human.
Yeah, just game trap, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
That's got it for me anyway.
Off to the temple. As we're exiting, I'm going to talk to Bear and just be like, if you need some traps, I may be able to help you out. I have something that I learned back in the monastery or back in the temple that's pretty cool, and I haven't really had a chance to try it out.
Well, yeah. I was just trying to, for when we sleep out on the road, I'd love to see if we can catch something while we sleep. I think tonight we'll probably be on the road. Let's figure this out tonight.
I can help you out, my friend.
All right. Perfect.
There'll be 5 gold.
5 gold? And just a small game trap?
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, basically probably handle an animal roughly like a fox, maybe tiny bit larger, but somewhere around there or smaller.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So if you guys are done here, Irata bids you goodbye and Kiri waves at you guys as she's still helping. You guys step back out in the street and you're headed towards the temple.
Hmm?
All right.
And I think on the way up there, I move up to Asura and putting two and two together, remembering the conversation we had the night she got beat up, and then hearing what what's her face was
Plessa.
talking about. Plessa, thank you. It's like, she mentioned something about the guy from the Oak and Anvil. I've not been there, but is that related to that night?
It was just a misunderstanding. It has been sorted.
Has it now?
When we first arrived in town, I still relied on my own ways of getting what I needed. And I need something of his, and he needs retribution for that. It has been paid.
Well, I can't imagine what it was that would require such uneven retribution.
Pride.
So nearly taking your life was retribution for your pride.
His, not mine.
His pride. Okay.
It has been paid.
Okay. If you say so. I'll trust you with it.
I want to pull. Is there a way that I can like pull back with Bear to get to the back, like behind everybody?
Sure.
Yeah. Sorry.
The blade that you have.
My greatsword?
No, the new one.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
How fast can you stab somebody with that after they die?
I mean, there's no. Why would I stab them after they die?
So that our new friend doesn't take its soul.
Does it work like that?
I don't know. You're the one who has it.
I mean, yeah, I'll give it a shot if you think that'll help. I just didn't think it worked like that. I thought if I kill them with the blade, they don't come back to life. But if they're already dead, I don't know if it'll do that.
I don't know how souls work.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is that our new friend can't take any.
Agreed. No, I'm with you on this one, 100%. I'm hoping that we can stop him by getting the amulet away from him. I'm hoping that'll.
We don't know that. We don't know anything about the amulet.
No, we do.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Like Bear has the amulet.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, the ring.
We
Sorry,
don't
that was
have
my
the
fault. No, we do have the amulet. That's right. Sorry, my bad.
Okay. I thought. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope. I was like, no, he still has a thing.
Yeah,
and it was
yeah.
the ring. That's the thing.
You
He
don't
still
have the
has.
ring yet.
Yeah.
But listen, if you want me to try that, like maybe, yeah, I can give it a shot, see if it helps.
I just have a strong feeling that our new friend isn't going away. Something doesn't feel right, and I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm. I know. I don't trust the Chaldrin temple. I don't know what we hope to gain there, but something about it that does not feel right to me either. I don't.
And if their people are stealing bodies,
Mm-hmm.
and our friend thinks something that is taking souls is a sign of God,
Mm-hmm.
I fear for this God.
Yeah, he was really strange last night. He knows better. He knows that's not from God. Like, I don't know why he was saying that.
Tieflings don't know much about gods, but we know about devils.
Are you saying this is the work of the devil?
We just know what devils look like. After all, we are their children.
You definitely have not acted like a devil's child to me.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
You just haven't seen all of me yet.
Oh, there's more to see?
Not like that.
Ah. I mean,
you naughty little giant mountain baby bear.
Love triangle.
Right. Well, all right. Okay. I guess we'll keep an eye on him. And I'll see if the sword does anything in the future.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And then I'm going to pull Easy aside. Listen, Sir has plans. Are they good plans? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull Easy aside.
How may I help you, Sora?
Of all the ones here, you are the one with the best education. I think.
Depends on what you qualify as education.
That is true. I don't know what your feelings are about what has happened in our group, but I worry about Stoic.
Yes, I've been keeping 2 eyes, to be exact, on our friend Stoic ever since our encounter earlier. But yes, I believe we must be vigilant in our situations if we end up getting in, in altercations with some foes, that it doesn't get the best of him, because that amulet may be the source, it may not. I really don't know, to be exact, but these creatures known as a Bodak are very, very nasty and should not be taken lightly at all if they do appear. And one thing I will let you know, make sure you do not look into its eyes. Shield your eyes if you see it.
But eyes are my favorite thing.
Not for Bodak. They are consumers of souls.
That is what I want to understand. How do we prevent it from taking souls?
You have to destroy its handler, the one that controls it. Or the piece that it is attached to.
But we have the piece.
Now, if we can destroy it, this is what we need to do.
But what if the handler... Well, if the handler doesn't have the piece, then it can't be used.
That is a possibility. I do not know all the details of this, because the ways of the Lich is complicated. It's never always the same. That's what makes them Liches.
But are they not magic users like you?
They are, but they go about a way that a lot of I would say, well-founded wizards do not go. And that is the way of necromancy, and it's the way of manipulating humans and other creatures for their will, rather than trying to be in harmony with the world. They like to control it.
Well, then we're all a little bit necromantic if that is the...
But they use it on the terms of of complete control, whereas there's some use of control there. What I mean by that is, like I said, using the soul of a creature, which is not for theirs to take. But if we keep an eye on Stoic, we may have to subdue him if we see Zabodak again. Not remove him, but if we get him unconscious or sleep, like I think you are thinking as the apothecary, that is a wise choice. Unfortunate, but wise.
You said that we would have to get rid of a handler.
Usually, Zabodak is attached to someone that's controlling it. Or something. Sometimes both. I do not know to be certain, so I cannot tell you with all of my certainty. But I think we will be able to handle it if it does come about.
You know that if anyone tried to harm him, they would have to go through me.
That's true. I do not want to see harm to Stoic at all. I know his heart is good.
I understand.
Take a long draw from my pipe and puff out a big thumbs up. With a little cast of minor illusion in the process as well. I couldn't quite do it on my own. If I roll a dice for it, I guarantee it'll just do, I'll choke on the
Can I cast thaumaturgy and make the thumb turn around and do something naughty?
Oh.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy and make the thumb do something naughty.
Suggestive.
Suggestive of nature.
I blush.
And then I'm just gonna give him a wink and walk away.
What shape is this? I love
quadrangle.
Oh dear.
I think this group's name should have been Love Geometry.
Great band name.
That's our 80s band name.
That's our 80s band name, Love Geometry.
Love Geometry.
All right.
Yep.
So as you guys make your way back through the busy streets up to the Leaf District, to the western part of the Leaf District, not terribly far from your new apartments, you finally make your way to a fairly sizable Temple of Chaldrin, a building that is very intricate and well made, and lots of kind of detail in the carving of the stone used to make it. In between two large pillars in the front, you enter through a massive door, and that's where we're going to take a break.
All right.
So we'll take a quick break for about 10 minutes and get drinks and whatever else we need to do, and then we will be back.
Okay.
See you guys in 10.
Hey, thank you, 10.
Welcome to the paint party, yeah.
Isn't it? We got the paints. We need the paint holders.
So you can use the plates. You want to use these mainly just for like mixing colors because it's a little bit easier.
Just dab it off of the cardboard.
Yeah, it's no big deal. Or I have some cups that I brought extra cups for that and for cleaning. And the good stuff.
Mineral spirits.
Which we'll have to get a cup of that to clean off brushes. We'll probably want paper towels for everybody too. If I can use my Jedi mind powers. Alright, can you get the cups?
Chicken out of cups.
Today's
Barnes.
Mr. Walkway, leave me to the building. Fuck you. I'm literally using your sister's art as my reference guide.
Oh yeah.
Because she killed it. She killed it. Speed. For speed, that's amazing.
I don't know.
Try that one.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't do it.
What just happened?
This is why we can't have nice things.
Jeb is the reason we can have nice things. Absolutely.
Jeb is the reason we need the cardboard.
That's dude. That's what I was about.
I've been splattered.
I came prepared.
How about that? I was not prepared.
I'm going to keep this over here on the adult side because
I like how on the adult side suddenly.
Wait a minute. How did that happen?
I think you want to reassess who's an adult here.
because that is probably more dangerous to this table than the paint.
What is?
The thinner.
Oh yeah.
Because the paint you can just wipe right off as long as it doesn't dry. The thinner will
take off
take the
everything.
finish. So the other thing is, guys, don't try to cover it in one coat.
Oh yeah.
Just expect you're gonna have to do at least 3. Okay. But really, there's nothing like you can't mess it up. Okay. So
Hey, watch me.
Challenge accepted.
That's already happened, Danny. I need like a crimson red.
well, the crimson red. And also with the washes, whatever, go a shade lighter than you're gonna finish with. If you plan on using the poly shade, go 2 shades lighter because it's gonna darken up the color.
I was gonna do blue, crimson, and purple for the cloak.
We're all gonna be purple and love it.
I'm not. I'm gonna be.
I'm blue. I say I'm not purple. I'm blue all over me.
You're blue.
It appears that I blew myself.
Anticipate
So
the bow staff being in the way when I designed him.
and you can use some of the bigger ones to like mix colors too and blab them on. These ones I bought specifically for dry brushing later for the detail.
More texture on it.
Because you want these big fat ones, and I might even cut them down with scissors to make it shorter, and then you just barely get any paint, wipe it off, and just like.
Oh.
I used to paint for a living, not like this.
Wait, what did you paint for a living?
I was a house painter for a couple of years, but that was after I stopped working. I was a government contractor and I painted aircraft and like met generators, and so I can do like actual auto body paint, and then I can as well do like faux finishes and latex paint and stuff like that.
Awesome. Wait, so you can do Autobots and Decepticon paints?
That's all I heard.
I can do atomized and airless paints if you want to get really specific, and stains and.
Sounds like it was a transformative experience.
So hop on to happyactionfuntime.com and contact us today.
Tune into the Everwind Chronicles for jokes like these.
Keep you in
Top shelf.
I have learned to be invisible. Invisible to those who have something I need or want. Invisible to the guards. Invisible to my enemies. I have even accomplished something no thief before me has. I have become invisible to myself. For I cannot bear to look at my own reflection. But is this all there is to me? Is my invisibility simply matching the hollowness I feel inside? I have to know who I am. I have to know if redemption is possible. So I will use all my power to seek that which terrifies me the most. To truly be seen. And perhaps along the way, slit a few throats of those who do not deserve to be seen.
All right. Welcome back to the second half of tonight's episode, where the party has made a few stops and are now on their way to arrive to the Temple of Chaldrin here in the city of Elduin. So, as you guys enter this fairly large temple, inside you see quite a large space with a number of benches, pews, that sort of thing, with probably about 40 individuals inside. There's no service or anything like that going on in particular, but it just seems like there's a number of people wearing garb with Chaldrin symbols on it, and then quite a larger number of common and noble-looking folk gathered into this area, talking to various people, and you see some are praying, and some seem to be just talking about various things. You see, like about 3 people laying on cots and kind of being watched over by, some of the people wearing the garb of the Temple of Chaldrin. And you kind of walk into this sort of bustling room, and kind of stand there for a little bit, kind of looking around, until a young, probably no more than 12, boy walks up, wearing very simple robes that Stoic, you realize is sort of akin to an apprentice robe for the order. And he comes up and he says, hello, welcome to the Temple of Chaldrin. How may we serve?
Hello. And I kind of stand up a little straighter so my armor and symbols are shown, and go, we are looking for Raymond. Or Ramon.
Oh.
Sorry.
Of course, sir. Unfortunately, Ramon is not here at the moment. He departed on a trip of sorts. Is there any way I can help you, or somebody else in the temple?
Well, that depends. We would probably at least need to see the high priest. We are the defenders of this realm and have decided that we should pay a visit to our local Chaldrin chapter.
I see. Well, I'm afraid the only high priest left in town is High Priest Octo, who's about to leave shortly as well.
Are all the high priests leaving at the same time?
Yes, they were here, but or at least some of them were here, but I believe they're all headed to a retreat of some sort.
How many high priests are in this temple?
Well, they each typically serve in their own temples across Carandia, but there are 8 total. 7.
I apologize for asking. I'm not super familiar with this region, so I was just learning more.
Of course, ma'am. There's 7, 1 for each province, and then 1. High Priest Octo himself is the high priest over Elduin.
And then the archpriest is over all of them.
Of course.
I see. Thank you. It must be an exciting trip for all of them going together.
I don't know for sure. I'm sorry.
No, that is all right. Do not apologize.
Well, I can take you if you want to speak to High Priest Octo, and we can see if he has some time.
Well, I defer that to Stoic.
I'm sure he can make time for us. If you let him know who's calling.
Of course, sir, and that would be
the defenders of the realm.
Oh, okay. I see. Well, follow me then.
We'll wait here.
Oh. Okay.
We'll just let them know that we're here, please.
Oh. Okay. I will. Okay, just one moment. And he kind of nervously walks off, and yeah, he's gone for about 10 minutes or so.
I'm going to look to Asura and be like, did I do that right? I saw you doing it when we were in the store. Like, is that how defenders of the realm, is that how we're supposed to? I've never tried throwing our names around.
I have no idea. I've never had a title before. I think it might have been better that we went with him to have a private audience, but...
Yeah, it's I was bullied a lot. It's a power move.
Well, it certainly did something for me.
And Bear, watch this. Pew, 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 pew.
I don't get it at all.
How do you not get that?
There's pews everywhere.
Oh,
Everywhere.
That was the most Bear thing you've ever done, Jeb.
Door.
Now you get it, Bear. Now you get it.
All right.
Our team is gonna fall apart, y'all. We're gonna fall apart.
So after a bit, you see the boy walking kind of timidly behind a man who is dressed in what you know is high priest, Stoic. You at least know is high priest robes, and with a like a hat with like a little bit of a cap like brim that kind of sticks up around the side here, just very small kind of hat, and with he's got a kind of a short like trimmed beard and mustache that's speckled gray, and he is talking to another, like somebody who's clearly a noble of some sort, and kind of well dressed, and they're walking out, and Octo is saying, well, I don't care what you want or don't want to do, because that's not how diseases bloody work. If you don't take your treatments the way they're supposed to, your muscles will fall away and you'll be left in your own puddle for your servants to handle. Is that all you want? And the noble sort of grumbles something, and you can't really tell what he's grumbling, and wonderful. I'll see you next week then. And he just kind of glares at him again and, walks out.
Can I observe, like if there's anything that I could see or smell that would indicate like a health issue? Like, does it like, because he said muscles, so I'm like, does he walk with a limp, or like, does he smell a little rancid? Like, is there something that would be noticeably off that would make me think, like, something's actually wrong with him?
Do a medicine check.
Oops, I'm not good at those. Ooh, okay, we'll find out. Yeah, no. Nope. So that was a 3. Plus 1, that's a 4.
Yeah, no, yeah, you have no idea.
Cool.
So the boy kind of gestures to him, to you guys, and he sort of gives you guys a glance over and stops on Stoic, and he's like, life be with you, brother.
As with you. It's good to see you, Alto.
And also with you.
Well, it's Octo, but how might I serve?
Well, we're hoping to actually speak with Ranmon, but we heard he's out for the day.
Well, out for a few days, I'd guess. We've all been called out to the retreat to discuss some things. I'm not sure what, but we've all been summoned. I'm actually headed out there in about 2 hours.
Wait, Ranman was summoned? Or he summoned you?
Oh no, he summons us. The archpriest and all.
To summit, you say?
To the retreat. He summoned us to the retreat.
And so where are you headed off to? I mean, I understand it's a retreat, but like where is this retreat being held?
Oh, well, it's some, I've actually never been there myself, but it's some, I'm told it's some nice place that the archpriest always is in charge of, that's been kind of passed down through the different archpriests of Corandia. Heard it's quite a lovely place, and occasionally as a site where leadership gets together to talk about things.
How fascinating.
Octo, and I point to the cots. What's going on over there?
Well, I'm not quite sure there's individual cases, but people do come in here for treatment or healing of different sorts on a regular basis.
Oh, well, do you mind if I actually...
HIPAA compliance, I get it.
How rude of me. How rude of me. These are my fellow defenders of the realm, which I'm sure you've heard of in whisper, but today you get to meet us in person. And I go down the line, and this is Valen and Bear, Easy, and the wonderful Asura.
Charmed, I'm sure.
We, as our new charge of defending this city and surrounding areas, we thought it may be good for us to meet the fellow leaders of the general public and, Chaldrin. So we thought we'd come here first.
Well, I'm the high priest of, really just Eldwin. But Ranmon is, of course, the archpriest over all of Corandia. And then there's, 7 other high priests who oversee the duties of children throughout the nation. But like I said, unfortunately, they've all been summoned to the retreat. So I'm afraid I'm the only one here to talk to you at the moment.
Well, we are fortunate then to have you to talk to.
I suppose that's if I can help you or not.
Well, what can you tell us about the temple here and the frequencers of?
We get all types. I suppose in this building in particular, it tends to be a bit higher crowd, mid to high level crowd, you could say. We have to, there's some individuals who had trouble getting into the Leaf District. The guards at the gates are not always, they don't let just anyone in. And so I actually had to start a sort of smaller temple down in the Ash District, where we also serve quite a few people as best we can. And of course, there's always too many who need help and not enough of us, but we do what we can.
You seem to be a man that cares very much for his people.
Well, I believe Chaldrin does, and I suppose any care that I have, I'd have to credit to him.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
That's going to be 13.
Okay. As far as you can tell, he seems to be being pretty straightforward with you.
Okay.
Do you have, I understand not having enough hands, but we also have hands and would be more than willing to help in any way that we can.
Well, that's a dangerous offer. It's been quite busy and we could put you to work.
Well, I'm not scared of work. We were also hoping that maybe you could help us in return. We've heard a lot of rumors of death lately and whispers of necromancy. The king himself has asked us to look into this matter, and I thought there was no better place to look than here.
You came here searching for necromancy.
Well, I figured if there was any necromancy in the area, you would definitely know about it and be taking up the charge to rid the world of it.
Well, I've certainly heard the rumors. I have to say, it's sometimes hard to know for sure what's the truth because, well, the common folk like to believe a lot of things. And so if I believed everything that was told to me, I'd believe that demons are invading, that, Farmer Rithen's crops were stolen by ghosts, and, that devils were secretly leading the country. The point is when folks don't understand something, they tend to fill in the blanks with things they do, at least that they can imagine. And oftentimes when they're scared, that imagination's the worst. I do have to admit the rumors of necromancy have been a lot more persistent than normal. I haven't encountered any of it myself yet, and well, hopefully I don't. But it'd be a terrible thing if it's really returned.
Well, they're not just rumors. We have encountered it on multiple occasions, and I'm very surprised to hear that your chapter has not investigated any of these accounts. I mean, I don't know. I know where I'm just a country bumpkin temple, but we set out and investigated every charge we could.
You see, Stoic, make an insight check.
Oh, wait. Damn it. 12?
12? Okay. You notice just a little bit of him getting maybe uncomfortable, might be the best word. And he says, it's not my place to decide how certain things are handled at certain levels. As I'm sure you know.
Very much. But I've done everything in my power, and with the help of my friends, we've made those changes ourselves and are currently trying to help even more. Are you dissatisfied with some of the decisions that are being made?
You see him kind of narrow his eyes a little bit, and he kind of looks around, and he's like, why don't you follow me and continue this conversation?
Absolutely. And I just kind of eye everyone else as we...
Hella want to do an insight check.
You already did.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That by the fact that we were moving to a new location, I had an opportunity to...
Well, it's the same guy in a very same situation. So he leads you back to So what looks to be a small library / office of sorts, and he kind of leads you in there. There's a desk, and he brings you all in and closes the door, and he says, "Is your friends trustworthy?"
You are the defenders of the realm. We are absolutely trustworthy.
Well, I just don't like getting, temple business outside of the Brotherhood,
Mm-hmm.
It seems... Listen, it seems to me if Ranmon is driven by anything, I think he might have fallen in love with glory. Which is, in my mind, not what Chaldrin's about. I think, you've heard that power corrupts. I think power, I don't know if it corrupts all the time, but I think that it tends to make people, as they rise in the world, they tend to see everyone else as small and tend to lose sight of a certain value of life. I think that's antithetical to what Chaldrin is about. I think he cares about even the smallest of life.
I agree.
And it's not. I'm certain the archpriest operates off a lot more knowledge than me, so I don't know what my place is to criticize anything that he does, but, well, it seems to me when a rumor is persistent, it should get some attention. But that seems to be a problem beyond the temple as well.
Which is why we're here.
Would you say that the other high priests hold the same feeling that you have?
If I'm being honest, most of them don't seem too worried about it. But then again, most of the other priests and I don't seem to see eye to eye.
I see. What do you hope for yourself in the future?
Find better ways to serve, I suppose.
The people or children?
I tend to think most of the time those things are one and the same. I never even wanted the title I have. But I think people in power tend to respond with what they understand. And when you treat people in power, they tend to reward you with power. So I think that's how I ended up rising like this. But once you get to a certain level, you can't serve as well because it starts getting political. And, well, there's just a lot of other considerations that you didn't have to worry about at lower levels of service, if you know what I mean.
Do you think that it is better for those who do not seek the higher offices to have them than for those who do? Certainly it's harder, again, as you said, being forced to play a game that you probably didn't want to play in the first place, because it does remove you from what you wanted in the first. But do you think that is better?
To be honest, I don't think I know. I would feel like I'm presuming too much to even try to know what it takes to run things. I feel like I can barely accomplish anything at the level I'm at, much less at higher levels. So it's hard to say for sure, because ambition is not itself a bad thing. But it often goes hand in hand with certain weaknesses that make it difficult. It's perhaps beyond me.
There is one way you might be able to help us, Octo, and if you can't, I understand. Do you know much about magical objects?
Well, I'm no wizard. I know just a bit from the sort of objects that a cleric might use.
Would you, could you recognize an item if it's to be a clerical item if you saw it?
Well, I suppose there's a chance, especially if it's one of ours.
All right. And I look around the room, just kind of make sure. Could you do me a favor then? And I pull out the amulet and put it on the desk and just, what do you feel about this particular item?
He takes the amulet from you and he kind of frowns as he holds it, and then he waves a hand over it and kind of whispers a spell. And then he kind of like holds it out from him. He's like, "Where did you get this?"
We pulled it off a necromancer that we have encountered twice before.
This is not a good thing. It's well, this is quite bad if this sort of thing is running around.
It is running around.
I don't know much about necromancy. What I do know is that it tends to revolve around spells used to bring up creatures, zombies and the like, very spirits of different kinds and power. But you can typically you're limited in what you can bring up, just like, and he kind of nods to Stoic, just like, with certain spells, you have to maintain concentration in order to use them, and you can't do more than that. What this is allowing you to do is sort of cast certain spells that let you animate the dead and sort of pass off that concentration onto this amulet, so you can then cast it again. And then again.
So like you could cast multiple undead creatures, is what you're saying?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, up to 10. So you have a little bit of an army under you just by using this. The worst part is that it seems to also have some sort of curse on it.
Oh, really?
That I'm pretty sure if you die while wearing this, the soul is going to be bound as service as a wraith to the creator of this necklace.
I see. Okay.
And if I can tell, I think if that creator is no longer alive, it's just going to wander around aimlessly forever until somebody puts it back. It's quite terrible, and I think it also tends eventually to suck out some life from you if you wear it long enough.
Oh boy. I go a little bit white at that.
It's... May I see it for a moment?
No, you may not.
Bear, not to put it on. If it's cursed, I think I may have an idea. If you'll allow me.
I will eye everybody in the room, just like make sure we're on the same page, and I'll put it back on the table, and then look Stoic in the eye. Stoic, you're my brother. Don't even think about putting this back on.
It's not what you think, Bear.
Okay. I'll lift up my hand and let him do his thing.
I would like to slowly reach out and I would like to cast Remove Curse.
Okay.
Which I can read it for you if you don't want to pull it up.
I'm looking at it.
Okay.
Man.
So anxious now. I'm just like so anxious all the time. This is what this game has done to me.
I've learned to wear darker clothing so the sweat doesn't show.
Yep.
Okay. So first, make a wisdom saving throw.
Shit. Okay.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 4. That's a 12. I think I'm plus 6.
Pretty good.
Dang.
10.
So
10, yeah.
Yeah, I'm plus 6. So 10.
Yeah. That's probably not good enough.
So as you reach out to touch this thing in order to cast this spell, just before you cast it, you stop and you're like, this is mine. Like he just told us that this is powerful. This is mine. I don't know why I ever gave this up.
Oh, I don't have any other choice. I try to put it on.
No. I'm gonna grab it from him.
Okay.
I'm not gonna fight him.
Sure.
But if that's how I'm feeling in that moment, I don't see much of an option.
All right. Make a dexterity check, Bear.
Oh, okay, come on, don't fail me now, please. Just dexterity?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Stop pressing red buttons.
Oh.
That is a 7.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not quite fast enough. And Stoic puts it on.
God damn it!
Stoic, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Let me help you.
Please.
And I would like to take it off of him again. But I want to like reach around him to take it off him so that I'm like eye to eye with him and like breathing like really close to his face to make him like that nervous energy that he does when he starts to blush.
Oh yeah, I'm pink. like
I really want this to like I want to use it as the distraction.
You actually, as you do that, you actually see Octo puts his hand on your arm and kind of stops you with like this. He's hasn't taken his eye off of Stoic. Hold on, this is. And he puts his hand out and whispers something again. We'll see.
Please, you always roll good. Please don't fail us now. The one time we need you to like.
It's two different things.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at his stuff here. Okay. He whispers this thing, and you feel this kind of weight lift off of your mind, Stoic, and you get this feeling like it's temporary, but you do feel it lift, and he immediately goes and grabs the necklace and like rips it off of you. and then like sets it on the desk and drops it like quickly. And you recognize he just did a dispel magic to dispel something that he was seeing.
Thank you. I don't know what came over me. I look at everybody. I promise, guys, I was going to try and cast a curse breaking spell on it, and because I hadn't thought of that or tried it until Alto just mentioned that it was cursed. I know it's Octo. I'm doing it on purpose.
That's not how these things work. It might have removed a curse for you, but it can't remove it off the item itself. You need something a lot more powerful, or somebody who knows a lot more what they're doing to mess with items of this sort of power.
Right. I'm still learning. I have talent, but I wasn't fully trained as a cleric.
Well, you've got to learn to use this before you use this. Although this is most important. Children's not served if you make stupid things and get yourself or anyone else killed in the meantime.
Yes, sir.
And you see his expression kind of soften a little bit as he's still like maintaining eye contact with you. And he puts a hand on your shoulder and he says, "We've all got things to learn. The Chaldrin is patient."
I want to pull Sora aside just a little bit. Stoic has told us that he's tried to destroy this thing and cannot. I'm thinking we should leave it here with Octo. What do you think?
I think Octo would be okay to keep possession of this.
Okay.
I don't trust anybody else here.
Nope.
Or his other colleagues from how he has described them.
Yes. Yep. Agreed.
But he's not the one in charge.
I mean, hopefully not for long anyway.
Are you saying that's loud enough for him to hear, or are you just talking?
Hell no.
We're pretty quiet.
Okay.
And
hold on, give me an eighth of a second.
Okay.
What languages do I speak? I don't speak whatever language you speak naturally.
No, I got giant and common.
Yeah, but everyone speaks common. And you don't speak Thieves' Cant or Infernal, do you? Okay. Otherwise, I just speak in a different language, but all right. Yeah, no, just super quiet. Hush, hush.
So then after that, I'll kind of rejoin the group. Octo, I know we kind of just come into your temple all of a sudden. I was just wondering if you could either hide or destroy this amulet.
I don't think that's within my power to destroy it. I think I'm going to have to consult with the archpriest as to what to do with it.
Okay.
When he says that he's going to consult the archpriest, I'm like, thank you. Then we shall keep a hold of it, and you can let us know what he says about it.
You see his eyes kind of narrow at you. What are you all not telling me?
I don't understand the question.
You all are here, and it's obvious you've come encountered with some pretty powerful things here, which means you must have some bit of competence yourself. And so I don't believe for a moment that you're bored enough to just come looking to get to know the folks around town. Why are you really here?
Yes, that was a bit of a lie. We came here. Hold on. Came here because our friend put on the amulet, and we wanted to know more about it. I'm sorry we came under that false pretenses. We didn't know. We didn't want to just come in and say, "Hey, our friend's wearing a cursed amulet. Can you tell us what it is?"
He's like looking at you steadily, and he's like, I don't think I've recognized the symbols on your breastplate.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I'm part of the Silver Flames. We're a paladin group started up in the Northfire region.
Paladin.
Yes.
I've not heard of that.
Right. Yeah, we don't have, like I said, we're located centrally in Northfire. There's more of us kind of spread out throughout the country. We don't have like temples around, kind of more like wanderers.
Well, if you're Paladin and Brother Stoic, you're one of us, then sure the two of you can understand the predicament you've put me in, that you've shown me an incredibly powerful item of necromancy, and you expect me to just let you walk off with it. This is an incredibly dangerous item.
I am not foolish to think that it would be safe in your hands. However, we understand the delicacy of not wanting to scare a population. And with something this dangerous in the world, if it were to be publicly known by anyone, we could cause a riot. And with riots come dangerous activities that we would need to stop. And it would cause harm to the people you are trying to help. Keeping things quiet allows time to get things done correctly.
And what are you hoping to get done with Renmon?
We are hoping to end necromancy in this region once again.
And what has that got to do with him?
He is the one who makes the decisions, as you say. And you have already stated he has not been as proactive as he should, especially with rumors that continue to surface. We hope to change his mind. we would like the opportunity to deliver this ourselves. Because we have the story to go along with it. And with that, valuable information.
With your insight check from earlier, you can see he pretty clearly doesn't think you're telling him the whole story. Well, I suppose this is somewhat easily solved then. We'll go and give it to him together.
Perfect. I would love the opportunity to meet him.
You don't mind if I either take it or ask you to stay here whilst I get ready to leave?
Of course. We can stay right here and wait for you. We can travel together. Do you have a horse?
Well, yes. Be traveling with a few others. But yes, we'll be taking horses.
Fine, we'll call upon our own.
All right, so he he sort of nods, still keeping like this eye contact with you guys, and the shrewd look, and walks off and calls the boy over, or opens the door and calls the boy over, and kind of starts giving directions to get his things together. It takes about half an hour, and they get ready, and they're willing to go summon your horses as well.
Is he in the room with us the entire time, or is it like his apprentice that's getting everything and he's sitting in the room with us?
He seems to go in and out. He goes in, takes a book or two and puts it in a bag and gets some things from the desk and stuff like that, goes out, but he never leaves sight of like the office door.
Is there a way that I can like stand close to the door that we were brought in through to like listen to like if there's any like certain noises or conversations that I can pick up on?
Sure. Do a perception check.
All right, what's my modifier here? Hold on. I've got like 3 screens that I gotta wade through. That's perception. All right, so that's gonna be a 20 total.
Okay. You're not able to hear everything, but you can hear what he does say. Seems to be pretty normal directions about what to do in his absence, and how to handle this, that, or the other. You hear him giving a lot of details about specific people coming in regularly and stuff like that. And here's how to handle this lord or this lady, or here's how to, this person's going to give you trouble, and this person's great, but there's not actually anything wrong with them, and just how to handle all these like individuals by name while he's gone. And that's the bulk of his kind of information, with occasional direction related to actually leaving. Most of it is like, here's how you guys need to take care of things. So he comes back, and
during one of his times where he's out, I think I'm gonna pull Bear aside and just kind of, just above a whisper, like, he said this amulet controls the dead, or controls, it can summon 10 dead or hold 10 whatever. I don't fully understand this, but it doesn't seem to match up with what we've been experiencing in terms of this Bodak being summoned. That's not the same thing.
Well, I mean,
could it be something else, or
I just assumed that a Bodak was an undead creature.
Not necessarily the way that Easy explains it. Not in the same way that these would hold. The amulet seems to hold onto 10 undead soldiers, essentially, like corpses. Right. But what we've been experiencing is not a corpse. So I'm wondering if there's something else that we're not seeing. Maybe that you got the religion thing going on, and I wanted to come to you and see if there's anything that you would notice about that.
I mean, I guess it's a good point. All I know is that this amulet's not good. The Bodak is not good. I thought the two were related, and so I figured if we get rid of the magical amulet, then we get rid of the Bodak.
I thought the same. But I don't... The way that Octo describes it, doesn't seem the same thing. It doesn't seem... It may happen. It may be what exactly happens, but
right.
It doesn't sound that way. It sounds like this amulet does something different than what we have been experiencing.
Am I hearing any of this?
I'm trying to keep it low, but...
Yeah, if you're trying to keep it low, well... It's not a very big room.
Yeah.
Do a stealth check.
Both of us?
Alan.
I mean, that's something I'm actually pretty good at. But there's also...
You can do a perception check. Thank you.
Oh, that's 11.
That's a 15 without an adder, so...
Yeah. The dice failed me.
And... yeah, you're definitely hearing them talk about this.
I wish I had more information for you, Valen. I was hoping that someone at Chaldrin, and Chaldrin did help us. He did tell us what it was and that it is evil and there was a curse on it. To me, it seems like this is the issue.
I don't mean to eavesdrop, but did either of you stop to think that maybe I was right? I don't disagree. The amulet is evil. That's why I've been trying to destroy it. But the entity that's been coming to help us, I do not believe it comes from the amulet.
Oh, I actually tend to agree with you now. I don't believe it comes from the amulet. I don't necessarily believe that it's helpful. Not yet. It could prove me wrong. I think at this point, like, the quiet conversation is probably over with, and it's a whisper. It's still low enough to where people on the outside aren't going to hear us, but
yeah,
within the room, it's probably audible.
Yeah, I guess I hear this as well. I turn around. Stoic, would you allow me to access some parts of your mind to see if there's anything I'm not trying to harm you. This will not hurt you. I want to ask you some questions to deal with this. Would you allow me to do so? Not putting you in danger.
Don't. God. As a good player, I really want to let you do this, but as Stoic, no.
Yeah, exactly. I understand it completely. But it's piqued my interest because of what Octo said about the amulet and knowing about it and it not matching up to summoning a Bodak. I'm still, investigating it.
I can't do that easy.
But why not, Stoic?
Easy as far as I'm concerned, your family. But I don't know if I fully trust you.
As the amulet seemed to take you over, my fear is that there's something else that is awry here in this situation. And I think this would help you in the long run and not harm you. I know for a fact that this will not hurt you. This is me asking a question to see if whatever this is reveals itself. Because I know your altar does not deal with undead, so this does not add up.
I will look at the rest of the group.
Okay.
If you guys feel this is a good idea, I'm willing.
I'm gonna take Stoic by the hand and look at him. There are secrets that all of us hold in our minds. Don't let anyone take a secret from you without your consent to share it.
I have no secrets to hide. I just need to know if you guys agree that this is safe.
I don't know if it is safe. I have never had anyone poke inside my mind before.
I'm going to choose to trust you, Easy.
Okay.
I'm not going to let go of his hand.
All right. So I am going to cast Detect Thoughts.
I don't know this spell.
So you don't know it?
He's used it before.
Yeah, basically, okay, I can initially learn the surface thoughts of your mind. What is most on its mind in that moment. As an action, I can either shift my attention to another creature. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. And if I probe deeper, you must make a wisdom saving throw. That's basically it, either to allow me to go deeper or to not allow me to go deeper. So, my first question.
I was going to say, what are you trying to find out?
I put my hand out like this.
You don't do like this?
Both. I do both.
Gotta get those points. Gotta get those
I'm glad I got
points.
some Trekkies in here with me.
Mm-hmm. That's
okay.
right.
Yep.
And I go, is there something else necromantic that you are and that you have dealt with besides the amulet?
What an on-point question. I don't know if that's
Immediately
cool.
what comes to mind is the fight in the skull room. The fight with the first bandits we took on.
Okay.
Pretty much every incident we've had with necromancy pops into my head.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to delve a little bit deeper. So you have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Do I have to, or can I allow it?
Well, so two things. First, Easy, one thing I will add is you do feel something else there, but it's like elusive. You can't quite get it yet. So
right, it doesn't seem quite on yet.
Yeah.
His emotional state is
kind of the framing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I wouldn't fight it if he probed deeper. If that was the question asked, every necromancy encounter would pop into my head.
True.
Well,
deep in thought.
Yeah, like the rules specifically say you must, and I'm debating because it doesn't make sense to not let you. Just let him.
I guess roll with disadvantage. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll roll, but dude, my wisdom
Yeah.
is +6.
Yeah, roll wisdom saving throw with advantage. I think the way I would think about it is two things. One, there's obviously another factor at play here.
Right.
But two, there's I think the idea of somebody invading your mind is probably violating even when you think it's good. So it's
right.
like
Yeah, exactly.
Some natural revulsion.
Yeah, you want to not.
So 19.
Oh, okay, you're easy. Dang it. I had 15. 15 was your save.
I'm sorry, I did it backwards. I meant to do, I guess it's a save to be disadvantage.
It's a disadvantage? He's good.
What's your roll for the disadvantage?
Disadvantage, it's a 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Did you roll, is it against your spell save?
Yeah, it's against my spell save, which is a 15.
Okay.
So yeah, 10 would mean it would fail, and I get to probe a bit deeper. I gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind. Something such as something it worries over, loves, or hates. So
relevant to that question?
I think I can ask another question. It's not so much a question per se. It's more just like it's that you're looking for reasoning, its emotional state, something that looms large in your mind.
Right.
So large in the mind right now is that I don't know why I wanted that amulet, and I'm really worried it'll cost me my family.
Okay.
Emotional state is scared child. Like very much. There's not an evil or ill intent thought in my head. Okay. My biggest concerns are not necromancy. It's everything that's coming because of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll add that it seems like that fear is magnified somehow.
Okay.
That there is, basically he's kind of, you almost get the impression of captivity to fear.
All right.
That's accurate.
Captive to fear.
As he's doing this, you guys also see that Octo has quietly, like, kind of reached the door and is just sort of watching.
Am I allowed? I mean, I have this is up to 1 minute of concentration. Am I allowed to do another question?
You can keep probing. He gets further chances to resist if he decides he wants to.
Right. Okay. I'm going to ask one more question. Do you know exactly what summons Zabodak?
With all his heart, Stoic believes that it was sent to protect him. There is a little bit of doubt now. I will say there is some doubt, but he strongly believes that Chaldrin sent it.
Okay. Let's go.
All right, guys. We have a little bit of technical difficulty, so we got to pause for just a minute, and we'll be right back.
Dramatic pause.
All right, we'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you for the patience. Technical difficulties. Happens to everyone.
Yep.
He was in the process of, you were in the process of reading Stoic's mind.
Indeed. And so from the recent information of him feeling genuine that this is something from another from Chaldrin, that is there any doubt at all on that, or like any like he said there might have been some shred of doubt. I just want to make clear before I continue or discontinue.
So I'm going to add that there is something else there that seems to be fueling the fear. While his belief might be wholehearted, there does seem to be something else going on. And I would say, the fear sort of spiked up when you asked that second question.
That's that second question. Okay. Okay.
I'm not in a trance, right?
No, you're not. No, you are sober-minded, I guess, of some sorts. It's not like putting you into any kind of situation.
Okay, then I think we're done here.
And I'll release it at this time.
Yeah, because Octo's in the room at this time. So
okay, I'll release my interrogation and take a deep breath and go. Well, I think there's still more to be known. There's still some resistance as I see, but you did seem to be honest in your answers. So thank you for that, for you trusting me. I hope that didn't bother you too bad for me to dive a little deep into your mind and emotions. I like to call that my emotional roller coaster. Some ups, some downs. But I appreciate it, Stoic. And let me know if you need anything to discuss about things that you may be fearful of, and I could try to help in the future.
Are you satisfied?
I think so.
Squeeze Astora's hand. I feel really icky. And just...
About me?
No. My brain has been violated. It's quite uncomfortable.
That is why I said be careful. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Is everything all right, brother?
We were just having a family dispute. We're good. We're excited to be on the road and meet Ranwan. This may sound like an oddball question. You're aware of the incident that happened at my temple 6 or 7 months ago, correct?
Which temple are you from?
Sorry, DM, I don't remember. I don't remember the location.
Literally your backstory.
I know. I don't remember that because we were gonna pick a spot and I was gonna go off the map and I don't remember where that was.
Man.
In the World Thorns.
World Thorns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. the temple in the Whirlthorns.
Ah. Well, I've heard your stories.
Well,
just tragic.
High Priest Alabaster was not found among the dead, and I don't know if there's been word from him since the incident. I've been quite out of the loop.
I see. Well, I've not personally heard anything about that except for what, that there was the tragedy that happened there. Which I'm sorry if you had to go through that. But no, I'm afraid I'm not privy to any sort of whereabouts or any of the details around it.
Okay. Well, if you haven't heard anything, then I'm sure he hopefully is safe. Or,
of course. Should you need to talk about it, you'll have someone who understands.
Understands how?
Well, it's the life of service is a bit unique. It's something not everyone understands. It's most people live for themselves, and to live for other people is quite a different lifestyle. It puts one in a different state of mind. So it's whenever you have to process anything serious, it's good to have someone who's in that state of mind themselves. But shall we hit the road?
Yes, please lead on.
I believe we're ready.
All right. So, you guys all go out, mount up, and start making your way to the retreat.
I am sorry. I hate to keep doing it. Can I speak to the kid on the way out?
Sure.
Love to roleplay around here.
Well, I kind of want to linger and let everyone out and just be like, I never caught your name.
It's Odro.
Sorry, what was that?
Odro.
Odro? How long have you been here?
Oh, I've only been here about a year. I was finally allowed to come after my family. I got old enough, really.
Well, I understand that it can be hard to be young in these places. Just know that you're here for Chaldrin, and never lose faith in that. No matter what anybody higher up tells you, Chaldrin is the reason you're here.
Why would anyone higher up tell me differently?
Sometimes there's confusion in the message when it's filtered through individuals, and you've got a long journey ahead of you, and I just want you to not lose sight of that.
Yes, sir.
Start that doubt train early.
Damn right. And I'll follow out after that.
Okay.
Sarah's gonna do something unusual.
Oh shit.
She's gonna look. So the signia, the big whatever. Like I'm imagining they have like a big symbol of Chaldrin inside the big open space with all the pews.
Yeah, toward the back. Yeah.
I'm gonna quietly pray for Stoic.
Oh shit.
For his soul.
Okay.
Okay. So you pray for a moment, silently, I assume.
Yes.
And as he's talking to the kid, and then you guys walk out and you guys set it off. So it's about a day, like I said, and you ride and you make your way through. You have to actually stop and spend the night as Octo is traveling with a couple of other those sort of apprentice level individuals, and kind of work, just going with him. Which Stoic, you would know, is kind of normal for a high priest to have kind of attendants, people helping him with just life stuff. And you guys do have to stay for the night and everything. And you guys will arrive in the morning to the retreat. So is there anything you're wanting to do on the road?
Why don't I test out my trap?
Okay. Roll a survival check.
Alrighty. Where are you at, survival? Ooh, wow, that's a -2. But it's a natural 20, so...
Oh my God!
That works.
Okay. A natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
How are you a mountain man with -2 for
That's what
survival?
I don't know. It's apparently related to wisdom. Like,
yep, you made wisdom be like your dumpster, apparently.
I did.
Not mine, man. Although that fits for bear.
It does. It really does. I don't know if survival would be wisdom, though.
Okay. You go to check your trap in the morning, and you find that it's actually caught a fox. A fox that's pure white fur.
Oh no.
And still alive.
Oh no.
Oh, bear.
Dang it.
But it looks like, a white fox down here would be, really anywhere is pretty rare.
Shoot. I did not want this.
It's a trap. What did you expect?
For him to die. I don't want to kill a beautiful white fox.
Is it like really bad off, or?
So it looks like its foot is caught, and it doesn't actually look terrible. It looks like it's just caught and can't get free.
Perhaps we can just, mend the wound and maybe set it free this time.
Yeah. I don't know what I was expecting. I wanted to hunt again, but something about this does not feel right.
BT dubs, I do have a potion of animal friendship.
Yeah, but I wanted to hunt. I don't want to be friends with animals.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
I think that I'm actually going to use my healer's kit for this. I've got 9 uses left of it. I think I'm going to make a use of it because it contains bandages, salve, splints, things like that. I was thinking about wrapping it in a bandage.
Okay, sure. Make a medicine check.
All right. Yeah, because this that works.
In fact, make a medicine check and an animal handling check.
Woo, okay. So I'll do the medicine check first. That is a 22.
Okay.
I actually got +5 in medicine.
Okay.
Animal handling, natural 20 on the animal handling.
Woo! Okay.
We're wasting all these good rolls.
Mm-hmm.
What does the fox say?
Well, if we'd taken animal friendship, we would have found out.
Don't eat me!
Right.
Don't eat me!
All right. So, you take some time to slowly approach it using just kind of soft, kind of reassuring voice to calm it down first. And, as it's sort of whining and freaking out, foxes are high energy typically. But you're able to, get it to calm down a little bit long enough to untie him and treat the wound and get it back into kind of good working order. And you see the fox sort of, after you get done and you let it go, the fox sort of looks at you. And as you've gotten closer, you notice, again, the fur is pure white. Not white in the sense of like, say, a white fox or horse where it's like there's, it's like white, but it's like dirty, like a forest creature. This is like just white. And it kind of looks back at you with these kind of blue eyes that are just like jewels. It kind of looks at you and you get this like almost moment that it's more intelligent like than you think it is, but then it turns and darts off into the woods.
That was pretty cool.
Who is it? Who is it?
Just found a sentient fox.
It's my sister.
Plot twist.
All right.
Somehow you always knew.
All right. Which hunter are we meeting down the road who's got an animal companion?
Yep. Just made a friend right there.
Thank you for being a friend.
So as you guys spend the night and continue on and Stoic, Octo does try to make conversation with you here and there, kind of trying to learn a bit about kind of where you've been, what your experience was like in the temple, and just kind of like shop talk, if you will.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you participate with him.
I would actually, and I would explain, just to sum it up, I'd explain that for the most part, the temple's good. They never deviated from their mission of locating and eradicating any kind of undead type creatures. And I'll go into detail about the incident and the deaths that occurred. And that was my reason for leaving, to locate the culprits. And then I would like to take a moment and give him the ring.
What?
If no one else is around, I would like to give him the ring of necromancy.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, shit.
All right, high wisdom, here we come.
Oh, it's a 15 and I have +6.
There you go.
I can math.
15 plus, so 21 total?
Yeah.
21 total. That's pretty strong.
Okay.
Pretty smart.
Okay. So essentially this is happening, like he makes the conversation during like when you guys have set up for camp for the night.
Firelight, nighttime.
Yeah. As people have like kind of started settling down and everything, you guys are talking, and it's basically as everybody else, like you guys take first watch, and he's just kind of talking with you as you do first watch, and that's kind of created the opportunity where everybody else is sort of not paying attention or asleep. And that inner battle that's been going on inside of you for a while just sort of like rises up even further. And you have this kind of long, silent moment as you're wrestling with this. You know, very patiently, he just sort of like you get the impression he kind of can tell that something's going on, and he just sort of patiently waits while you kind of get yourself together. And you feel inside of you, as you are wrestling with this and trying to will yourself to give this ring up, you feel two things. The first is that same presence that's been with you for a while now.
Oh, shit.
Angry. And again, bringing up those images of those people who bullied you, and those people who have done you wrong, and all the people who have gave you bad looks through the streets and everywhere you go, and the ridicule and the everything that you've kind of gone through in life, and even the tragedy itself. And just reminding you, like, what you're giving up, and you feel something else rising up underneath it. Something that's familiar, because it's the same sort of thing that you feel when you cast spells. That you feel something rising up that sort of contrasts it as starkly as possible. And for the first time, you realize whatever else this other thing is, it is not from Chaldrin. And you feel this other energy like rising up in you. And like this sort of inner storm happening between these two powers. And then it's gone. And you have the ring off of your finger, your glove off, ring in your finger, holding out to him. Like, you almost don't even realize what happened, but you're just holding it out to Octo.
I need you to take this. It is a tool of evil, and I threw it into the fires of a smithery, and I still couldn't destroy it. And I've only held on to it to do so, but I feel that it's out of my competence. It's above me to be able to dispose of it.
He holds out his hand as you place it in his hand, and he kind of looks back up to you, and he's like, I could see the weight in your eyes since the moment I saw you. Such things are not easy burdens to bear. He holds it out, and he waves his hand again, whispering again over it. And you actually see him like close his eyes, almost in pain, and for a moment, and he kind of puts his hand over his eyes, and he's like, I'm sorry. I was just... This ring has some sort of malevolent spirit in it that's consuming. It looks like it's consumed other souls. I'm just struck with the pain of it. This ring has a malevolent spirit that's allowing its wearer to cast some sort of similar to an animated spell, but it's casting it, but instead of making it rise, it's actually absorbing the soul into itself and growing stronger. And I can feel such pain from the souls who've been consumed. And well, it never ends, and if you don't feed it, it eventually feeds on your soul. And there's something very particular about a flavor of this, and sometimes you get that sort of thing when you examine an item like this with magic. It's a very particular flavor to this that seems to match whatever the flavor of that amulet is. But I think they're made by the same person. How did you end up wearing this?
We took it off a necromancer that we had killed, and I sensed that it was evil, and I took it only to find a way to destroy it, and I've not yet been able to find out how. Is it within your abilities to erase this from this world?
Not mine. I think we're going to have to get some sort of help to figure out how to destroy this.
Who do you have in mind?
Well, it's, of course, normally I would go to the archpriest. But for some reason, you all seem hesitant about that.
Well, with no one else around, I'll be honest with you. Just as I spoke to you earlier about Alabaster, the high priest of my temple, there are many questionable things about his disappearance from that night. And I've heard rumors about Ranmon as well. I personally have reasons to believe that he may not be as good of a man as he should be.
That's a strong accusation.
That's why I say it quietly. I feel a kinship with you, and I believe that you may have reservations yourself about Ranmon.
Well, I can't say firsthand that I've seen anything directly questionable. Well, I certainly question some of his decision-making, but I also question many others, and I suppose there's no such thing as a group of people who all entirely agree with one another. But this sort of thing, if you think he's involved in this, that's another matter entirely. Most disturbing.
We do have evidence, solid evidence, of his ties with unscrupulous people, but we have no facts of what his role is with those people. So
solid evidence.
Correct. We have a journal of sorts.
Can't talk about it. It's one of the contract.
Damn
Can't talk about it. First rule of Fight Club.
Damn it. Okay,
so far you said a journal.
I did. I was thinking ledger, but journal. Sure. We have a loophole. We have a journal of sorts that ties Ranmon and Kotak, who's a leader of the gang here in town, of having business dealings. Now, I don't know what that entails. All I know is it's questionable. And so we would like to speak to him personally. We're not accusing him of anything. We would just like to dig a little deeper, and maybe he can explain. But there's too much there to ignore.
Can I see this journal?
Well, I don't have it on my person.
I want you to roll a deception check on all this.
Damn it. Call me. I don't have. Oh, it's a 3. Oh, I don't have deception.
Oh no.
I'm not a good liar.
And you tend to lie like the most of almost all of us.
Yeah, because I don't know I'm not a good liar. It's really hard to play a very high wisdom and very low intelligence.
I know. It's hard to play high charisma and look like this.
I need you to understand. These are very big accusations. Like if he's involved with necromancy of any sort or any sort of dealings with it, it's very serious. It's about as serious as it gets. And if he's involved with the leather hand, it's the one group of people I think I think it might be the only group of people I might refuse service to.
So you understand the delicate nature of what we're doing here, because you're the only person we've spoke to about this. We haven't made any accusations yet. We would rather dig a little deeper, but it's hard to do that from without a little assistance. And so I hope that you would understand the delicate nature of this and treat it as such.
Well, you've been if what you're saying has any ounce of truth to it, it turns the whole temple upside down. And I can't go off the word of someone I just met. Would you be willing to undergo a spell to tell you the truth?
Get in everyone's heads.
I would, yes. But I also want you to reflect on the fact that there's been no misdeeds tied with any of us. We've done nothing but help every person we've come across. And we've received the title to back that up. And we came to you, and I've just handed over to you a very powerful relic. And we came to you for help to destroy a second. You must at least acknowledge that whatever it is that's going on, we are trying to do good.
It's not so much a matter of me believing you. It's more a matter of the process of doing things the right way. We're talking about the archpriest of Corondia. And he's a very powerful man in more ways than one. And
he's still just a man.
Indeed. He's not above any law. But as with any law, you don't go off some stranger's word. I have to know for certain that there's enough evidence to move on this. If you're willing to undergo that spell, that would be enough for me to take very seriously.
Then by all means.
Wouldn't that be in violation of our contract?
I don't know. I was going to ask the DM that because I don't know how the spell works.
You're going to find out.
If we violate this contract, we are so effed.
Is it Zone of Truth? Is it the spell I think it is?
He holds his hand out and he makes a circular motion in the air.
Okay.
Whispering to himself, and you actually see an area below you kind of light up with this sort of light blue light, like just soft, like this soft light blue light. And he says, I need you to not leave this area and not resist, because I'll be able to tell if you do.
Sure.
And what this does is compels you to always tell the truth. And so we'll find out what's really going on here. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
No, guys, there's a loophole. I know this spell. I have to tell the truth. I don't have to speak. I can choose not to answer.
You better not.
I just can't answer in a lie.
You're not supposed to say one thing what your loophole secret is, because that's DM's now going to mess with it and make it not a functional loophole anymore.
There you go. Staying within the confines of the rules. It's fine.
That's okay. I'm familiar with the spell.
Yeah, there's a chance. I can choose not to answer.
Man.
No, Doug is going to mess you up. Doug is going to mess you up. We're about to violate this contract. We're about to get ourselves totally messed up.
Stoic hates that contract anyway.
Yeah, but we signed it.
Yeah.
But it's only giving us 7 days of protection, my dude. And we've already got like 2 days into this 7-day protection.
I mean, I'm surprised we made it 2 days without screwing it up. Let's be real. Let's be real.
Our longest, like, how many days of like no injuries at the workplace?
Exactly. 3 hours since your last accident. Yeah, that sounds
it's
right.
our longest streak to date.
Yeah.
It's so tough because when he was with you guys in the temple, he rolled a nat 20 on insight. So it's like,
of course he did.
He knew something was going on.
Yep.
The
20s were outside. And man, Stoic, like when
you re-rolled really high on your on insight over your deception check, which was 3. So it was like he has to get to the bottom of it. You know,
Yeah.
so
That's fair.
you're talking about huge things here.
So this is gonna be a little weird. I was flabbergasted. I didn't know it was a ring.
You didn't know it was a ring?
He knows the ring that was
Or
doing
the
it.
ring that was causing the issue.
I didn't give the ring a thought. I honestly thought it was the amulet because none of this started until the amulet.
It's true, yeah.
And so
It's reasonable.
like I didn't realize the ring was a problem at all, other than the fact I couldn't destroy it. Like I know it was hard to take off that one time, but nothing had manifested. Like you had a slow creep on it, and so I planned to give him the ring the moment I knew we were going to the temple. I was going to give him all of it and go destroy this stuff. So this has played out way different than I thought it would.
Yeah. I mean, I was super proud of like that moment giving over the ring, but I also didn't realize you didn't know it was the ring. Like I was getting emotional, like, yes, he's finally given it over. It's done.
Yeah, that was good.
Man.
Man.
Gone now.
I'm so anxious. I'm still so anxious.
Yep. I'm throwing all my chips in because out of all the like people we've met so far, this is the first one that Stoic is like, this guy's trustworthy.
Why?
I don't know, but Greenwood he didn't like. The king doesn't like every single person he's not liked and not trusted. Octo, like I think it's because Octo like called him out, like kind of chastised him and then helped him, and like he kind of took a parental approach with him, and it totally just
Listen, we can't be a team full of daddy issues, okay?
it's just you and me.
If I had a
Bet you
daddy, I'd
don't.
have daddy issues.
All of us are playing out our childhood trauma. That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
Stoic's got deep daddy issues.
And this is D&D in therapy.
Yeah. Yep. Isn't all D&D?
It really is. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Oh man. Yeah, that definitely took a lot of turns I didn't expect. So
I have to wait 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So, Larry, correct me if I'm wrong. We don't have anything next week, right?
Nope. Since it's Thanksgiving week, just taking that week off, let everybody go visit family and do whatever they need to do, or don't visit family, whatever.
Safety first.
Yep.
So next weekend we won't have anything, but then we'll return the following week for the next chapter of this, and then we will have stuff on the off weeks from then on until the new year.
Right around the corner.
I'm super excited to see what happens next year.
Mm-hmm. Scared and excited.
Me as well.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. Again, as always, join us on our Discord. We're posting artwork and different things. I post resources sometimes on there for stuff that like maps and things like that as needed. And just say hi, and we will talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, friends. Good
Have
night.
a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Turkey Day.
Oh!